Hey, Spuddies, Potato McWhiskey here, and welcome back to Let's Play Civilization 6, How to Beat King difficulty. Now, we were working on some stuff here. Jesus, I can't remember what I was doing. I was moving units. I just killed Egypt, and I was finishing off the last city of Shed Death. And I got some guys moving over here, so we're going to push on England. We got to take out Newcastle upon Tyne, we got to take out Sheffield, and we got to take out London over here. So let's grab our unit. What the hell are you? Go over there. Thank you very much. So we just finished... No, what happened was Egypt took over Armagh, and then Armagh declared war on me, so I got my trader back, and now I have to, send a new trader. So, probably a good idea. What am I hurting for? I could use a little bit of science. No, I could use production. So I'm going to send it to Chalkidiki. Why not? Get a little bit of production, speed things up. Next turn. Okay, alright, so we just picked up mercenaries, which gives us sack, and it gives us professional army. My army is definitely not professional. Have you seen my army? My army is... It's definitely not professional. So, but anyway, we picked up mercenaries, so we can... If I go in here, what was I going to do? I was going to change out one of these things for the discount. I think we've generated enough great general points. So now we have our sort of trifecta. We have unit production, we have unit maintenance, and we have unit upgrade production. Upgrade reduction. Now I really want some gold, so I'm going to trade with Zanzibar. I really want some gold because I have units I need to upgrade. I have this archer. In fact, I'm going to move that archer over here to get him upgraded. I have my crossbowman moving into position. We start hitting this city with these Heterioi McDudes. I could do a slam here, really start to soften the city up. Athens has just finished a trader. I think it might be a good idea to repair that granary so the city can grow a little bit. You got growth problems, Athens, if I look here, I just finished the, alt tab of looking at OBS to make sure I was recording, because you would not believe how many times I've started recording, pressed the recording button, and then panicked when I realized that I wasn't recording. I think, actually, that's something. I've lost so many hours of footage just from, misclicking and forgetting things. So, I'm not going to use up these envoys at the moment because I don't really have anything productive I could do. I could probably get a one in Kabul, and that would actually give me some more production in my main city. So I will do that, because if you don't know, I think I should probably go into depth in explaining these things. Putting one envoy into a city-state will give you +2 production in your capital when producing units if it is a militaristic city-state. However, if you're building, and it's sort of, by the point you are watching this, you should probably know that the economic ones give you money, and the science ones give you science, and the culture ones give you culture, and the faith ones give you faith. Anyway, we have spearmen. We're moving our quote-unquote professional army over to this area. Ooh, that was a bit of a misclick. So we're just nothing really interesting to talk about strategically. We're just moving. We're just moving our armor. We're in the logistics phase of the army push into England, and we are similarly. We got some more units. I'm gonna just send them on a long walk, which actually kind of reminds me. When I was working in a factory, they're assembling things. So any of you who've ever worked in any sort of, not even necessarily manual labor, but were you kind of like, you're with tradesmen or people who work with their hands, they have this very particular sense of humor. And it's across most industries have this, if you're a butcher, if you're a welder, if you're a carpenter, if you're an electrician, if you're a, whatever it is, if you're working with your hands, you're going to run into people who their idea of fun is giving the new guy a hard time. And so when I said the long walk there, it reminded me of the time that someone had sent me, he needed a component for the thing he was assembling, and he was like, hey, could you go down to Derek and get a long stand? And I was like, yeah, sure, no problem. So I went down to Derek's desk and I said, hey Derek, he just asked me to get a long stand, do you know where I could get one? And he just goes, he smirked at me, and it didn't register in my brain that I was being made fun of, and he just goes, yeah, I'll get you a long stand, just wait there. And then he walks off, And I'm like standing at his assembly desk as he just like walks around the factory telling everyone that I'm standing at his desk for no reason because I'm getting a long stand. And then like he came back like maybe 3 to 4 minutes later, and I just looked at him and I said, "You son of a bitch." and then he just broke his absolute bollocks laughing at me because, you know, and like, and I started laughing too because, you know, what else can you do when people get you with a joke, you know? Like, you just have to laugh. As long as it was, like, it wasn't like they were bullying me. They just fucking got me with they pranked, like, it was a legitimate prank and it was funny. Because I'm just standing here like, long stand, you know? And I think everyone who's worked in any sort of job that has some sort of manual labor attached to it or a trade, it's almost like this cultural thing in trades across the world where if you're a tradesperson or you work with a tradesperson, you're gonna get these initiation pranks. Like, I've heard ones like get a bucket of steam, all that sort of thing. But I should probably go back to talking about the game. So in Racket Death, we just finished doing what? Turn down for... I think we just finished repairing the monument. So we're going to repair the holy site, even though it takes 21 turns for some godforsaken reason. In Shed Death, I think it would be a good idea. Our culture has fallen a little bit behind here. If I check up in the... the thing. Let's see. Culture victory. Yeah, we're ahead in culture. So I don't feel so... feel so pressured to get monuments. It would be nice for the... simply just for the capturing of tiles around here. So that's why I like to build monuments. I've got more units moving along here. So let's move you here. I think it's probably about time. I would like at least one range unit. I had meant to upgrade this archer. I'm a dumbass because I wasn't paying attention. So I'm kind of just moving my units down here. Saving my gold for upgrading units next turn. Unit needs orders? Who? Okay, yeah, right. So stand there, just getting my units in position for the attack. Nothing really interesting to talk about from a strategic standpoint. It's really just prep work we're doing. Although it probably would be a good idea to move another unit up here. Oh, wait, we already captured that city. I'm a dumbass. Never mind. Yeah, I'm being a little bit sloppy. My bad. Whoops. Kinda... Oh, look, we found Germany. Hey. Okay, so they think I'm a warmonger because I'm killing people, which is correct. It's absolutely what I am. Okay, so we just got to get ready to claim our great general. That's great. We got Aethelfried, and we're going to transport Aethelfried using the transfer to another city button. We're going to get him over to Athens. Now, the important thing to note here is that Aethelfried is a medieval era great general. So he will only affect units from the medieval era and the Renaissance era. Now, the only medieval era units that we have right now are crossbowmen. We are working on getting an armory, and then we'll be able to upgrade our pikemen and our cavalry, and we'll eventually be able to get infantry and stuff like that. But right now, the only units he's going to affect is the crossbowmen. However, there is a hidden bonus with these. Well, I say hidden bonus. It's a bonus. If we go to the Heterioi, they get +5 combat strength whenever they're adjacent to a great general, no matter what. So, there you go. We're going to move this unit around to get in preparation for killing this guy. I think I'm a little bit light on ranged units, actually. So after, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch here to a crossbowman. No, I'll make do with what I have. I'll just build another Heterioi because that lines up really nicely with buying the armory. So let's see here. We've got Athens, and I think it probably makes sense here to finish the watermill just for that little bit of production and food. And it's only a repair. So here in Thebes, I would like to get a district. I do want to get tea online, however, so I think I'm going to pick up a builder, but I don't want to slot in the build. I don't want to go for builders just yet until I have the what thing I want to get? Civil engineering. Yeah. So we're gonna go light on the builders. I think what we might get here though is let's see. We could grab an encampment. This city is just really terrible though. That's the problem. So I think I might just pick up a builder to try and improve it. It's hard to know. Wonder how we have no amenities. Probably because all of our shit is broken, right? Yeah. We do need a builder to get this tea online, to repair the furs, and to... I think we already have silk, right? No, and we can pick up the silk. So we can bounce tea, furs, silk. There's a barbarian over here being annoying. Okay. Let's see. This horseman can make his way back down. Did I do the archer thing again? Did. Go here and get upgraded. I think what I will do is I will fortify you until you're healed. And then I'll use you guys to clear up the barbarians over here. In fact, and then this crossbowman's going to make his way down. Next turn. So you're going to get upgraded. So that knowledge of metal casting, I think that's having 2 crossbowmen, right? Gives you the boost for, yep. So, we got a scout here. Well, the scout's retarded and he got himself killed. Never mind, my bad. So it's probably time to declare war on England. So we're going to declare a surprise war. Declared. Goodbye. Goodbye. Now they've got 2 archers here, which is kind of worrying, and I don't want to eat too much damage. So what I will do is I will move this guy up here a little bit. I'm going to keep these spearmen. I want to get this guy adjacent to the city. I'm going to move this guy across the river. I'm going to move this guy to the north. We're not really in a very good position, but our front line should solidify fairly reasonably soon. Kill here, get rid of this scout. We've got a great general. We're going to move the great general over. He's only really going to affect this Heterioi right now, so not a big deal if he's not there. Need to be careful here. I can only assume you're reluctant to spread your religion. Don't care. Goodbye. Right. Yep. Dead scout for being dumb. And we just unlocked the armory, which means we're going to want to go back over to our main city and build that, because it's going to give us +2 production. I'm going to send this Heterioi over here to that tile. You took a significant chunk of damage, so I'm going to pull you back a little bit. This guy stood in my way, which is annoying. And move you into that forest and still have movement left. No, I cannot, because it was a hill. God damn it. That might be dangerous because he's beside a lot of dangerous units right now. I do want to hit the city with you. And then this guy's going to rest. I could kill here. I will do that. I need to clear out some of these units. Got another cavalry moving up here. Choose research. So in terms of the big stuff, we're definitely going to want to pick up stirrups, and we're going to want to pick up military tactics, and then we're going to want to pick up gunpowder. Did I actually find niter? I did find some niter, and I am going to want to unlock that at some point. You're building your encampment, so I can delete that. Like the next series, when we do Emperor, that's when things start getting actually difficult and where it's much easier to lose. So we just finished our granary here. So it's probably a good time to pick up some builders at this point in the game. Well, no, it's not worth it. What we're going to do is we're going to keep working on stuff like... You need to grow. But in the meantime, why don't you get me a crossbowman? I would really like to build an encampment here. Tell you what, why don't you get me a siege tower? I'm going to send 1 envoy to Palanque because it's worth 2 science. So I'm going to confirm that placement. Picking up 2 science is, you know, it's a non-zero amount of science, and it's pretty nice. 2 science is like a library, I think. So 1 envoy for essentially the value of a library is a pretty good deal in my opinion. I want to keep moving you down here. I don't like that units kind of like need a lot of babysitting in this game. It's one of my bigger complaints, I think. Okay. I'm going to cross the river with this guy. We're going to move this guy over here. We're not quite in position to start attacking these guys. Why don't you move there? Move there, and we should be ready to kill either of these guys. I think I could almost do a full kill. What? Okay, look at where my mouse is. Look, my mouse is over this right here, and he goes there. Like, what the fuck was that? That's almost worthy of a reload, in my opinion. That was horrific, whatever just happened there. Sorry for kind of losing the thread there. But that was some bullshit. That was some real bullshit. I want to go clear this out, so I'll send up this horseman. Ooh, that's a defeat. Oh, wow. +10 versus cavalry, fortified ideal terrain. Yeah, maybe we won't do that. Maybe we'll send this guy over to do that instead. Next turn. I will destroy my enemies, and if you continue to help me, or help them, I will destroy you as well. That's fine. You can be that guy, Germany, if you'd like. So, got a catapult. We're going to finish off these archers. Kill here. Kill here. Kill here. spearmen. Spearmen aren't really being super useful right now. But, you know, long term they should even out and become fairly useful. You can actually just rest here. There's not much use for you. Also, you can actually just rest here too. So, we've almost taken over Newcastle upon Tyne. There is an encampment over here that we're going to have to deal with, which is kind of worrying. So, Ephesus. What do you need? Use Finity Catapult. I think it's time you actually started working on some of your own improvements. Like, I could use a trader. Could use a builder here. Look at these tiles. Yeah, you could definitely use a builder. So I think I will get started on a builder here. Am I going for... How far am I away from Merchant Republic? We're not that far away. So I'll tell you what we do. We'll get working on an encampment here. And might be a good idea to stick it there. Next turn. Looks like we have Aethelflaed. Why don't you skip your turn next turn? Keep moving the crossbowmen up to support the front line. We've got a second Eterioi. Oh, support bonus is when you're defending. This was something I misexplained at the start of the series. The support bonus on the High Pacifist is when you're attacking into a unit with adjacent units, it gets a support bonus, much like the flanking bonus. So that's what the support bonus is. I didn't forget to explain it. I explained it poorly, basically. But we're gonna kill this guy because it's worth money, and it's being annoying, and I don't want it to like pillage my town and be annoying, and you know, just be annoying. I'm gonna keep moving that crossbowman down to assist. Next turn, looks like we've got this guy up here. We just got a new population in one of our cities. Cool. You know, nothing bad to say about that. Right, so we should be able to capture this city this turn if I attack in the right order. There we go. So similarly, we got to move on to Sheffield now. I think I'll rest some of my units here. I think it's probably a good idea to pick up that upgrade on you. Probably a good idea to pick up that upgrade on you. Excuse me. Pick up some upgrades. Head into the city. We are going to keep the city. We're going to choose production here. Probably build the Basilikoi Paids. And we'll stick you here just to skip your turn. Move here and we'll shoot. Should be a kill. Almost. There's a little bit of damage though, not quite a kill. You are ready to upgrade, however, this unit is. Next unit. We're going to move the catapult up. We do have a catapult ready to fight. We'll do a hit and then a hit. Then we'll look around for any more. Got a bit of gold. Bit of experience. Great general points too, actually. Definitely worth it to kill units with your Heterioi, or whatever they're called. If we go into the general, yeah, we're about to pick up another medieval general. And actually, I don't know if generals still stack. They might still stack, which is pretty fucking crazy. That is even a thing in this game. Right. Got a pretty big group of guys here. I think it's probably better to take amphibious. Means you don't have to worry about rivers. Why don't you rest here? It's time for you get upgraded, and you can rest a turn. Right, so a bunch of my units are resting. This guy's ready to move on, however. We'll head him on over to Sheffield. We've got a crossbowman ready. Oh, you're taking hits here. Yeah, you're gonna want to maybe scooch back this way, shoot here, and then see what happens. Moving our catapult over. Probably a good idea to get an upgrade here. Ranged attack, defense. Probably a good idea to rest. Oh, I should have put you inside my borders to rest. Move you over here next turn. Here's a scout next turn. So at this point now, the game has become basically trivial. I'm under no threat by the AI. I'm now ahead in science. I'm now ahead in culture. So the only thing I need to do is just produce units and like slowly punch my way through all of this. So effectively, I could actually say right about here that I've won king at this point, because I'm already so far ahead that there's no way I lose this game from a military standpoint. It's actually just impossible. So I might just play it out I don't know. I'm gonna have to consider that. I'm gonna see what you guys think. Should I like? I've won the game at this point, and really, it's just like about going through and killing all this stuff. But I don't think that's as interesting as maybe moving on to a higher difficulty explanation series a little bit quicker. So I'm gonna have to see what you guys think about that. I'm gonna leave that kind of up to your decision. I won't record. Usually I record a bunch in advance, but I probably won't record more than one more episode after this one, just to give you time to give me feedback on. Do you want to see me play this out and truly actually finish just going through and killing all the AI, or would you rather see me, now that I've established a basic strategy for beating King, would you like me to maybe do a different strategy to beating King, or progress onto Emperor to show you guys how to beat Emperor? So let me know what your thoughts are on that. But as for the meantime, I'm probably gonna put that spiel at the start of the next video as well. So I'm gonna do that too. All right, I got Dion here, and I need to do what? What do I need to do with you? Dion, you could actually build a high pacifist in a pretty quick time. But I think the thing to do is to improve you. I could use more gold, and I think that's the big thing right now holding me back, is I don't have enough gold in my civilization. So I'm gonna pick up a commercial hub here. Skip your turn with this. Keep moving along. I guess for me, if I'm just like talking about where that whole spiel I just said comes from, it's because I already feel like I've won this game, and I'm just kind of like seeing it out for the viewer. And I don't think that's valuable, personally. But I want to hear what you guys think, because I think ultimately, this sort of endeavor, making YouTube videos, it's not, I think a lot of people like to, circle jerk each other off about how, oh, it's all about the creator and what the creator wants to create. But really, in my view, it's really about the audience and what the audience wants to see and what the audience thinks is valuable. Because that's where, like, everything stems from. Like, sure, these sort of, it's not, well, let me rephrase that. It's not all about one or the other. It's a cooperative venture, There's two sides of this coin, and the audience is an important part of that coin that I think might be occasionally undervalued. I think maybe I have been undervaluing my audience a little bit, because I've been kind of just slogging through stuff a little bit, and I haven't been like making sure that the things that I'm doing are interesting enough to be worth watching. I think a lot of my, at least not a lot, but some of my videos I've become a little bit rote and a little bit predictable in their content, I'm not sure if that's even the right way to put it, but basically what I'm saying here is I've technically won this game. Do you want to see me play it out and talk about it, or do you want to see me skip ahead and show more what I would personally consider more interesting? I'm fully willing to sacrifice what I personally think is valuable if my audience thinks it's valuable for me to do so. Do you know what I mean? To an extent. I'm not always going to be that way, but in this particular instance, I have no problem playing this game out. But for me personally, if I was the viewer, I'd be like, okay, this game is won. Like, all he has to do is go clean this up. I want to go see him play a new game. But at the same time, I'm perfectly happy to play it out to show you guys how to win. And I suppose the other side of that coin is, it might set a bad example for people to just end the game once I'm at the point of I've won, because you don't ever get to that satisfying end game screen. And I think getting to that screen is really important for your enjoyment of the game. Because I feel like a lot of people, and myself, I include myself in this, because when I used to play the game, I would play like for about this long, about 120 to 200 turns, and then I would just quit out of boredom. Because I never really set the goal. The goal is to win. I thought I would just like... The problem was I wasn't approaching the game with the view that the goal was to win. You know what I mean? I was just kind of screwing around. And it's perfectly fine to screw around. Don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with just playing a game you know, screwing around, twanging around with your twanger, all that sort of good stuff. But there is something, I found something even more rewarding in winning. Because, you know, like Charlie Sheen, everyone likes to be a winner, you know? And that's a really old meme at this point. I think that's a retro meme reference right there. I'm kind of going out of the wayside. And this is what happens, guys. This is what happens to your brain on memes when you're in the middle, when you don't have interesting decisions to make in a computer game. Kind of go rambly. We did manage to pick up a builder here. That's pretty cool. I'm gonna set this guy to fortify. I do have another unit. I could upgrade these to knights, but I don't think it's a worthwhile investment at the moment. In the future, it will be when their strength is a little bit too low to be relevant. Why don't you keep auto-exploring next turn? Ouch! You're bullying me. Oh my goodness. I did not see all of these warriors. I did not realize all these warriors were against me. Where did those warriors even come from? Oh, Cabal. Right. Let me bring this knight around to kill that. Oh yeah, here. If you see you see the +2 support bonus in the bottom left? That's the support bonus. Because there's two knights adjacent to each other, they have a bonus. So big clumps of units are good. Sheffield, I want to bring up some more cavalry to deal with the shenaniganry up here. We drop a mine here, why not? It's less important to do that in cities I don't own. We're going to take out Birmingham. We're going to leave Kabul, and then we'll finish off London. Choose production here in Pella. So we just finished the armory. So now our production towards units is really, really high. It probably makes sense here to pick up a commercial hub. Or an entertainment district. Where would I get housing? Let me see here. Is there housing in the library? There is a little bit. I think grabbing a commercial hub here is a perfectly reasonable thing to do. I think I have enough units, I could just use more gold. Yeah, so I'll pick up a commercial hub at this point. Probably getting pretty close, yeah, 11 turns. 11 turns till we get exploration, which is when we're going to want to really change over to you know, doing a little bit more gold and stuff like that. But like I said, like we've already won this game. Like, do you want to just see me like manage these cities forever? I think I'm kind of starting to answer that question for myself. We'll see. This is something I'm going to have to think about. All right, let's grab a granary. We've kind of gone off the rails here. A little bit. We've kind of gone off the rails here a little bit on the instructional side of things. So we're going to have to see how that goes. Unit needs orders. Bring the catapult over. Bring this over. Bring this over. Next turn. I think part of the reason I'm not enjoying this as much as I should is because it's on standard speed, and I really don't like standard speed, to be honest. It's not the way I like to play the game. Newcastle upon Tyne. No, we're going to kill you completely, England. Goodbye. Okay. So if you see here, these two units are adjacent to each other, so they still have a support bonus. So when I kill this unit here, that should have been a kill. But if I kill this unit, and now when I hover over it with a new unit, he doesn't have the combat bonus. So keep moving up here. Oh wow, you actually did something useful. Continue to do useless things. Get a builder. Just moving my units along, logistical stuff. Like, like this is how trivially easy King is. Like, I have just like a handful of ragtag units that I'm not even really managing very well. I'm being very lazy. I'm not even trying to like efficiently move my units around the map. I'm just like, yeah, just go here, go there, do that. You know, I think, and when I say trivial, I don't mean, it's not objectively trivial. Because I don't think there is like objectively easy or difficult things. I think you always have to keep in mind the capacity on the person doing it. Like, you know, because cycling a bike for some people is easy, for other people it's impossible. And I think that's like just the really basic explanation. But for me, this is so trivial to kill king difficulty that, you know, it's like I'm having a hard time seeing the value. But if you guys see value in me continuing to play this, I will absolutely 100% continue to do this series. But that's going to be it for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please let me know if you enjoy this series in the comments and if you want to see it to continue. I'll also put a warning at the next video that it might be the last video in this series if you guys don't see any value in it. If you do, I will continue it. Other than that, I want to thank you very much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please remember to subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos. Maybe not necessarily in this series, if what I've been talking about in this episode is to be believed. Other than that, that's the subscribe part. Oh yeah, if you want to... Jesus, I can't even remember what my call to action is. Look, if you want to... Look, if you... If you want to directly support my channel, please leave a like on the video. It increases my rank on YouTube, and it gives me more visibility, all that good stuff. If you want to... Alright, that's it. I've already asked all the things. Look, I love you all, okay? I love you all from the bottom of my heart, but this game is boring for me, but I will play it if you want me to, okay? Bye-bye. But if... Just a fair warning, if I continue to play this, the things I say will continue to get more and more, like, obtuse and weird. So, thank you very much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.